Hello and welcome to Media Beat. I'm Chris Ahrens, editorial director of Mediabistro.com, and we are here with the one and only Tucker Carlson, co-founder of Daily Caller. Tucker, thanks so much for coming in.
How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, doing well. So Daily Caller's going on just about a year.
Yes.
What is the plan going forward? Raise more funds? Sell? What's the end game here?
Show up for work every day. I'm completely caught in the tunnel of editorial supervision. So I rarely think beyond the day's news cycle. I couldn't enjoy it more. So my business partner, Neil Patel, and I are not scheming on how to sell it. It's really fun, genuinely fun.
And you say when you're looking for writers, you're not just looking for writers, you're looking for cult members.
Oh, completely.
How's the cult
My
coming
pitch
together?
is we are going to start an agricultural cooperative in Guyana, and I want you to come. It's not a cult of personality. I kind of wish it were. We've hired a lot of kind of countercultural type people who are not on the majority view side of things, and they tend to have a problem with authority, so they don't worship me as I think that they should. It would be a lot easier if you had a room full of compliant, worshipful, awestruck, mouth-breathing employees. Instead, we have a lot of pretty cynical anti-authority people. But it's great.
Which makes for a better site, I would imagine.
I think it makes for a much better, so it makes for a certainly more entertaining meeting. We have a meeting every morning at 8:30.
And you're pretty hands-on?
I'm completely hands-on.
Yeah.
I'm at the
So you're
office
getting
every day
into the
before
stories,
7.
you're-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we have one of the great editors ever, a woman called Megan Mulligan, who came from The Guardian, who does all the work. But I swoop in just to make things more complicated and just to kind of impose my eccentric, esoteric pro style on
As
people
any
once in a
good
while.
co-founder would. Right?
Completely.
So when Daily Caller launched, a lot of people said, well, this is the conservative answer to the Huffington Post. Huffington Post is now not really the Huffington Post anymore. It's part
No,
of
it's not.
AOL. What do you make of Ariana selling for $315 million?
Well, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of answers the question, can a website become profitable? I mean, it sort of settles that debate, I guess. I'm not an envy guy. I'd never begrudge people's success. I admire people's success. I don't share Ariana's politics. I vehemently don't. I like her. It's impossible not to like her. I applauded in my heart when she got $315 million for the site. Good for her.
One of the sites that you still own is KeithOlbermann.com.
Yes.
Which right now aggregates any story on the Daily Caller that happens to be about the former MSNBC
That's right.
host. What's the plan for that? Are you going to keep it? Would you try to sell it to him? Has he?
No, we would never hold up Keith Olbermann. I mean, that does seem like piracy. We would never do that. I mean, the point of buying KeithOlbermann.com was to create, as you suggested, the one stop for all news and information about Keith Olbermann. So let's say you're deeply interested in Keith. Obviously, you want to seek professional help, but the next step would be to come to KeithOlbermann.com. And so that was our intent. We're not trying to jack him up for dough.
Okay.
We would never do that. I don't know what I had mixed feelings about Keith losing his job. I never cheer when anybody gets fired, for one thing. Having been fired myself publicly at least once, maybe more. Now we're gonna have to wait until his current show comes out.
Until that comes out. Okay.
We'll be the only people watching, so we'll actually we'll truly have a franchise at that point.
Well, it's got to start from somewhere. We're talking with Tucker Carlson here on Media Beat. When we come back, we'll talk more about Tucker's TV days at MSNBC, at CNN, and now at Fox News.